While any crisis manager would have told them to lay low, Bill did the opposite. He showed up front row at a Holiday Inn in Portland, Maine, cheering on his girlfriend at the Miss Maine pageant. And his presence there sparks another wave of media curiosity.
Getting Bill Belichick into that setting, in a vacuum, it's sweet. In context, it's nuts.
Check, check. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I can't believe we're doing this.
Oh my God.
We are attending
The Miss Maine pageant featuring Jordon Hudson.
When we walked into the ballroom, it was a dark room. They were pumping music and they had like lights going on the stage.
And there was a guy talking to the front desk guy. This man turns out to be Chad, the bodyguard of Bill and Jordon. We hear him say to the front desk guy, yeah, Bill's staying here, keep it on the down low. I was like, oh my God.
That just reaffirmed, like, yeah, they do like each other. Like, he showed up to a ballroom that he did not have to come to in the middle of prepping for his debut season as the head coach at UNC to watch his girlfriend compete in a beauty pageant.
I also think that it speaks to Bill's profound lack of giving any Fs. That is real. Bill does not care what anybody thinks, what anybody says. It has been him against the media his entire career.
Yeah, he'll get pissed if the quarterback talks about his ankle injury, but for some reason, he doesn't give a crap about all this publicity that's been generated by him and his 23-year-old girlfriend. And if you can explain it to me, great.
He's the kind of guy who would have mocked that just a few years ago, you know, and I'm sure a lot of his former players were just on the floor laughing their heads off.
You know what? I do commend Bill for showing up, because there was certainly a world where he didn't have to show up, and I don't think anyone would have questioned him.
Hey, if you thought it was awkward looking at Bill Belichick watching Jordon on stage at the Holiday Inn, how about Belichick sitting next to Jordon's dad, who's 24 years younger than Bill Belichick? What do they have to talk about?
You have Bill Belichick sitting next to Jordon Hudson's father, who's younger than me.
God, I feel bad for that guy. He's got to be pissed just sitting there next to a 73-year-old man that's dating his 24-year-old daughter.
Whoa.
Well, she fell short in the Miss Maine beauty pageant, placing 3rd, and she didn't look too happy about it, Alex.
Bill betrayed absolutely no emotion through the entire thing. He sat there like this.
He's not emotive. When she walks out as second runner-up, he's not clapping, and they immediately leave. You know, they whisk away in their Mercedes. It's as if he's just checking a box. I will show up and give just the right amount of support, probably very similar to his press conferences. I'm just gonna do the minimum amount that's required of me, and then I'm gonna get the heck out of town.
Good for Jordon that she has goals and dreams and things that she's always wanted to pursue and achieve. But she has to know what kind of spotlight is on her boyfriend.
It's this fundamental tension of knowing, and she is young enough truly to know this in ways that Bill Belichick cannot. Attention is literal currency now.
After the Miss Maine pageant, as we're driving back to New York, I get a notification on our Instagram that Jordon Hudson has followed the Sports Gossip Show. I immediately call Charlotte, tell her the news. She's like, oh my God. And we then send Jordon a message. Hey, we saw you followed us. Come on the show. We'd love to hear your perspective. You know, let's have a conversation with you. She doesn't respond. A few weeks pass. We send another message that she does not respond to. Flash forward a little bit more time, and I go and check, and I'm like, I wonder if Jordon still follows us on Instagram. And I noticed that she had unfollowed us on Instagram.
Oh. She intentionally unfollowed us, which I kind of love.
I do too. It's sort of iconic. It's sort of better than her following us. It's her following us and then
unfollowing us.
Follow us again.
Follow us again.
We tag her in the caption, and we don't get any messages until the next night when Charlotte gets a call from an unknown number.
Every time it comes time for me to tell this part of the story, my heart literally starts beating so fast.
It's like a spy movie.
No, truly, okay, so I'm on the couch at home. It's Saturday at 9:07. My husband and I were trying to decide what to watch, couldn't decide, and I was just looking at my phone, and this unknown number comes up. I showed it to my husband. I was like, should I answer this? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. They immediately call back. Something in me, I don't know what it was, I was like, I'm gonna answer it. Is this Charlotte? Yes. Hi, how are you? Good. May I ask who's calling, please? Oh, this is Jordon Hudson, the president of your universe. So at this point, my heart starts beating, like I'm running a marathon internally at this point. She had not made contact with any journalist. She had not responded to comment from anyone. And here she is calling me out of the blue on a Saturday night. My husband thinks I'm getting pranked. And I'm like, no, I'm like, no, it's really her. He brings me a pad of paper and a pen. She had a few questions, all of them centered around the Miss Maine episode. There was kind of an edge to her voice where it felt like she was gearing up to confront me about something. She talked to me for 37 minutes in circles to the point where I was like, I don't know why we're still on the phone. And like, it began to feel inappropriate is the best way that I can put it. I said to her, I was like, look, Jordon, I don't have my notes in front of me. I'm not comfortable answering until we get Madeline on the phone. I'll text you on a chain and we'll find a time to chat this week. And she understood. She was like, I get it. Before I hang up though, she goes, Madeline is gonna flip when you tell her I called.
And she was right.
And she was right.
I did.
Madeline flipped.
I just couldn't believe it. It truly was unbelievable. We obviously are like freaking out on the phone, but we're like, okay, well, obviously we have to talk to her. This would be a huge get for our show.
We talked to her on FaceTime for like 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours.
She was like, you know, it feels like you are two people who have actually tried to cover this story with some humanity. She said, you know, you got closest to the truth of anyone, but you're still really far off. And we said, well, correct us.
It seemed like she was gonna come on the show. I just couldn't believe it. Thursday night, she was like, well, let me see if I can move travel plans around, potentially come to New York to come do the interview on Friday. Very late into the early hours of the morning on Friday, so where it's like 1 a.m. or something at this point, we're both just kind of like, I don't think she's coming on the show.
We talked to her for 5 hours that week. In the 5 hours we talked to her, she never once offered a fact that corrected the record of what we had said. And she pretty soon starts really laying into me, yelling at me. She's crying, and she said that she had just finished the Miss Maine episode. And she had heard the end of the show where we were more critical of her. She really didn't tell us much about Bill. She didn't tell us much about UNC. She wanted to talk about the fact that we had covered the Miss Maine episode and not said exactly what she wanted us to say. It seemed like her handling of the situation told us more about her than an interview would have.